Bloomberg reports that a total of 13 rich countries are currently in per capita recession, meaning GDP per person is shrinking. People are actually getting poorer. The list includes Canada, Germany and France, the UK, and Australia. Japan just turned in negative 2% growth, so it's probably about to join the club. Remember, it takes 2 down quarters to make an official recession, unless, of course, our lapdog media redefines it again. For those keeping score at home, that's pretty much the entire developed world outside the U.S., which is limping along barely above population growth. Bloomberg took a stab at explaining why. In short, de-industrialization and immigration. De-industrialization means the toxic combination of rising taxes, rising regulation, rising energy costs, and mandates on everything from green energy to diversity. These are driving factories out of business, leaving workers with less productive service jobs. So think cashiers and home care. This is especially hitting small manufacturers. So a report last year from the National Association of Manufacturers estimated that federal regulations alone cost large manufacturers almost $25,000 per worker. That's 2/3 of their wage. But they cost small manufacturers more than $50,000 per employee, literally twice as much and literally more than the workers actually made. In other words, for every dollar you pay your workers, you have to spend another $1.25 on regulatory compliance alone. That's not taxes, that's just regulatory burdens. Taxes are extra. And keep in mind, that's just federal rules. You've got state rules, county rules, city rules, each with their own bureaucracy to make you dance, and each with its homebrew nest of corrupt activists running regulatory protection rackets. In short, to make stuff in America or Europe, you would either need to be a proper masochist, or you'd have to inherit the factory and haven't yet gotten around to moving it to China. Now, Bloomberg, to their credit, mentions a second reason for the spreading per capita recession across the West: immigration. Now, traditionally, immigration has been very good for countries. You can cherry pick the best and brightest, draining the brains of badly run countries who go on to become model citizens and learn about the Second Amendment. Unfortunately, as Donald Trump famously put it, they do not always send their best. Mass migration does not boost the economy. They take more in handouts than they pay in taxes. Worse, it drags down blue-collar wages towards third-world levels, and it doesn't even solve labor shortages since migrants bring their own labor shortage with them. They get haircuts, they go to the hospital just like everybody else. In raw numbers, the article zooms in on Canada, which took in 1 million working-age immigrants last year, 2 to 3 times the rate in the U.S., yet Canada only created 324,000 jobs, meaning if you don't have experience, if you're young, say, there are no jobs in Canada. So if you think it's bad for American 28-year-olds cobbling together part-time shifts, eating ramen with roommates, Canada is showing it can get a lot worse. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. There was a time when government at least tried to drive prosperity, however incompetently. Today, between predatory taxes and mandates, along with importing millions of low-skilled newcomers, they have lost the plot. They're not even trying. The silver lining is voters are noticing, and the frog will eventually jump, but it will likely get worse before it gets better. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.